We're gonna end this with this Mysterioso, and then we're gonna do Creole love song, get off the stage. I hope I can read this all this. I'm sorry to come here broke down like this. Somebody blew up America. All thinking people oppose terrorism, both domestic and international. But one should not be used to cover the other. Somebody blew up America. They say it's some terrorist, some barbaric Arab in Afghanistan. It wasn't our American terrorists. It wasn't the Klan or the skinheads or them that blows up nigger churches or reincarnates us on death row. It wasn't Trent Lott or David Duke or Giuliani or Schumer. Helms retired. No, Helms did. It wasn't the gonorrhea in costume, the white cheek diseases that have murdered black people, terrorized reason and sanity, most of humanity as they please it. They say, who say? Who do the saying? Who is them paying? Who tell the lies? Who in disguise? Who had the slaves? Who got the bucks out the bucks? Who got fat from plantations? Who genocided Indians, tried to waste the black nation? Who live on Wall Street, the first plantation? Who cut your nuts off? Who raped your mom? Who lynched your pa? Who got the tar? Who got the feathers? Who had the match? Who set the fires? Who killed and hired? Who say they God and still be the devil? Who the biggest only? Who the most goodest? Who do Jesus resemble? Who created everything? Who the smartest? Who the greatest? Who the richest? Who say you ugly and they be good looking as? Who defined art? Who defined science? Who made the bombs? Who made the guns? Who bought the slaves? Who sold them? Who called you the names? Who said Dama wasn't insane? Who? Who stole Puerto Rico? Who stole the Indies, the Philippines, Manhattan, Australia, and the Hebrides? Who forced opium on the Chinese? Who owned the building? Who got the money? Who think you funny? Who locked you up? Who owned the papers? Who owned the slave ship? Who run the army? Who was the fake president? Who the ruler? Who the banker? Who owned the mine? Who twists your mind? Who got bread? Who need peace? Who you think need war? Who owned the oil? Who do no toil? Who owned the soil? Who is not a nigger? Who is so great ain't nobody nigger? Who owned the city? Who owned the air? Who owned the water? Who rob and steal and cheat and murder? It lies the truth. Who call you uncouth? Who live in the biggest house? Who do the biggest crime? Who go on vacation anytime? Who kill the most niggas? Who kill the most Jews? Who kill the most Italians? Who kill the most Irish? Who kill the most Arabs? Who kill the Japanese? Who kill the most Latinos? Who own the ocean? Who own the airplanes? Who own the malls? Who own television? Who own radio? Who owned what ain't even known to be owned? Who own the owners that ain't the real owners? Who own the suburbs? Who suck the cities? Who make the laws? Who made Bush president? Who believed the Confederate flag need to be flying? Who talk about democracy be lying? Oh. Who the beast in Revelations? Who's 666? Who decide Jesus get crucified? Who the devil on the real side? Who got rich from Armenian genocide? Who the biggest terrorist? Who changed the Bible? Who killed the most people? Who do the most evil? Who don't worry about survival? Who have the colonies? Who stole the most land? Who ruled the world? Who say they good but only do evil? Who the biggest executioner? Who owned the oil? Who want more oil? Who told you what you think that lady you find is a lie? Who found it late, maybe they say? Who paid the CIA? Who knew the bomb was gonna blow? Who knew where the terrorists learned to fly in Florida and San Diego? Who know why 5 Israelis was filming the explosion and cracking their signs at the motion? Who needs fossil fuel when the sun ain't going nowhere? Who make the credit cards? Who get the biggest tax cut? Who walked out of the conference against racism? Who killed Malcolm, Kennedy and his brother? Who killed Dr. King? Who would want such a thing? Are they linked to the murder of Lincoln? Who invaded Grenada? Who made money from apartheid? Who keep the Irish a colony? Who overthrew Chile and Nicaragua later? Who killed David Sebeco, Chris Hani? The same ones who killed Biko, Cabral, Neruda, Allende, Che Guevara, Sandino. Who killed Kabila? The ones who wasted the moment. Mutt Lane, Billy Shabazz, Punches Down, Robert Close, locked up Mandela, Deruba, Geronimo, Asada, Mobile, Garvey, Dashiell Hammond, Alphaeus Hutton, who killed Huey Newton, Fred Hampton, Medgar Evers, Mikey Smith, Walter Rodney. Was it the ones who tried to poison Fidel? Who tried to put the Vietnamese, keep the Vietnamese oppressed? Who put a price on Lenin's head? Who put the Jews in ovens? And who helped them do it? Who said America first and okayed the yellow stars? Who killed Rosa Luxemburg, Liebknecht? Who murdered the Rosenbergs? And all the good people, ICE, tortured, assassinated. Who got rich from Algeria, Libya, Haiti, Iran, Iraq, Saudi, Kuwait, Lebanon, Syria, Egypt, Jordan, Palestine? Who cut off people's hands in the Congo? Who invented AIDS? Who put the germs in the Indian's blanket? Who thought up the Trail of Tears? Who blew up the Maine and started the Spanish-American War? Who got Sharon back in power? Who backed Batista, Hitler, Bilbo, Chiang Kai-shek? Who decided affirmative action had to go? Reconstruction, the New Deal, the New Frontier, the Great Society. Who do Thomas Clarence work for? Who do come out to Colin's mouth? Who know what kind of skeezer is a Condoleezza? Who paid Connolly to be a wood Negro? Who give genius awards to Homo Locus subsidiary Crouch? Who overthrew Nkrumah Bishop? Who poisoned Robeson? Who tried to put Du Bois in jail? Who framed Rap Brown, Jamil Alamein? Who framed the Rosenbergs, Garvey, the Scottsboro Boys, the Hollywood 10? Who set the Reichstag fire? Who knew the World Trade Center was going to get bombed? Who told 4,000 Israeli workers at the Twin Towers to stay home that day? Why did Sharon stay away? Who? Explosion of owl? The The newspapers say the face of the devil could be seen. Who? Hey, who make money from war? Who make dough from fear and lies? Who want the world like it is? Who want the world be ruled by imperialism and national oppression and terror, violence and hunger and poverty? Who is the ruler of hell? Who is the most powerful? Who you know ever seen God? But everybody done seen the devil. Like an owl exploding. Like an owl exploding in your life, in your brain, in yourself. Like an owl who knows the devil. All night, all day if you listen. Like an owl exploding in the fire. You hear the questions rise. In terrible flame. Like the whistle of a crazy dog. Like the acid vomit of the fire of hell. Who and Amiri Baraka. Calvin Jones on the bass. Really welcome on the drum. Dwight West. Amiri Baraka. Little Duke Ellington, let it do. Little Duke. Ooh, Creole love call. Thank you for Blew Up, for Ray McLean and Alan Pond, Calvin Jones, Dwight West, Hey, remember you gotta fight the right wing out there. Don't let them turn this into Germany.
Play that. Play that. Play that. Play that. For those of us who never miss trying to understand, for those among us who took a stand, who felt they could speak or sing for the land, man, for anybody who could say, not today, this is the way it was. For those we trust, for those who took a bus, who would open their mouths at the fiends, use profanity at the inanity, the insanity, would cuss for the whole of us. Whoever never doubted they were real and would take the fall, take the hit, appear surreal, vanish in the clannish discovery of our nut-like loyalties with minuscule royalties, heaped with insults and banality. Who would dare to stare at the kings and uglier things and still open our mouths? Tell jokes to rouse the sleepers, the next week stronger folks, to turn from merely looking or booking, force dumbness on the dumb, ugliness on the ugly, expose the liars, extract their teeth, lodge our beef, outline deceit, the clay on superpunk's feet. Those who could die before they cry, have their necks stretched with 666 homemade sandals, accusing him of scandals of which the murderers themselves were the handles. All them, we as they kin, they babies, they armies and navies. For them was true, before or after and during pain, criminals reserved for you. For them, the glorious and the grim, laughed with us and wept the dry dusk of the accused, the dishonestly abused. The secret hero, the banished, the vanished, the tarnished, the unstoppable streamers. We is under your will, still as shrill, whether they try to take us out, summer alley, anonymous circumstance, empty hill, we is the same, what call them, whoever name, brought down by any game or guilty lame, we is all the same. For those whose honest claim is life without Satan, or the craven without misdirection, the evil escape detection, play that. Play that for us. For the people who would tell you what was really going down, who would give little ground. For those the beast would hound, play that, play that, play that, yeah, play that. That heavy dance, that switchblade funk, that Lydian pentatonic scale, red and black riders of the apocalypse, play that. That signifying blue memory joint, that history narrating, unequivocating, maroon Lewis Rout, Ducasonic hyperbole, play that. Yeah, play that. And bring us from wherever we is and was or went. Bring us back. Let it be a band collected from across the world. Let it be so hip even bad bush could be smoked. Or Sharon would die in the sticks trying to get out of the way of what it say. Play that, play that, play that, play that, that way. And whatever everything be, just get the notes out free. And on the scale, that tail, play it red, what history said, wail it black, rhythm attack, bring it blue, so most people's remember it too. It gotta be hot, who like it or not. And boom, devil lightning speak I am. What did I do? Answer to anybody's unasked question. Like a plantation whisper, transform into Lenin's laughter. Harmonies like Mao's essay on philosophy and Du Bois' question, how does it feel to be Nicolas Guillen and Amy Césaire? Langston could say, if Margaret told Zora how the rain explained music like Lorca made or Dumas played, like the dues Malcolm paid, all improvisation, like an endless symphonic conversation. When Langston got hooked up with Beethoven and Son House got the Book of the Seven Seals, and the Sun Ra Cosmo dialectic orchestra got down, and them strange marks on the page what the whole world, the whole sensible world could play. The notes was noise. It was collective, improvised, from the scores coming forth to the dawn of what I say, like a human hum, where life comes from. And we smoked it to the ground, made your world spirit sound. Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, without, hey now, that about that Rudy tune, that universal ensemble sound. From the sun to the ground, like the soul was over our head, and inside everybody, we're gonna be. And we say, yeah, go ahead, play that. Yeah, play that, play that, play that.